The city of Newcastle upon Tyne has a history going back to Roman times.
The next train is for the best tour in Newcastle.
It was here that Stephenson built the steam locomotive, the rocket, which changed the world. Queen Victoria even came to open up the new railway station. It's still beautiful today. In our private walking tour of Newcastle, we'll visit all of the famous and not so famous spaces. Learn of our often violent history with our neighbours in Scotland and see the spot where the Scottish Army breached through the city walls. Hear the romantic tale of Bessie Surtees, the daughter of a wealthy banker who eloped by climbing down a ladder from these very windows to escape with John Scott to marry against the wishes of their family. The River Tyne used to be famous for its shipbuilding and coal mining industry. Now the quayside is famous for its beautiful bridges, clubs, pubs and restaurants, and award-winning galleries and concert halls. We'll see in Victorian times where the Great Fire of Newcastle and Gateshead struck. "53 people were killed on either side of the river." Of course we'll visit the old Norman castle and see nearby Roman ruins. We'll explore where the old slums used to be. There is an old prison here too, one of the worst in the land. In fact, the very first purpose-built prison in the world was built not too far from here, centuries ago. It was a very rough neighbourhood, with invading Vikings, marauding Scots, and just general levels of terrible poverty. The first street in the world to be lit by electric lighting was here in Newcastle. Not far away are two of the city's beautiful cathedrals. The Lytton Phil is perhaps the greatest library outside of London. It was also the first building in the entire world to be lit by electric lights. We're the second biggest partying city in the world after Rio. We'll explore the beautiful streets and the wonderful markets. Here is an original Marks and Spencer's Penny Bazaar from 1895. You might not yet know who Earl Grey was, or why he's got this fantastic monument here, but you might have had his famous tea. Grey Street has been voted the most beautiful city street in Britain, beating out London, Bath, Edinburgh, York and other places, and there's plenty of other spots nearby that look equally stunning. Nowadays, students from all the way around the world come to study at the university. World renowned in areas such as biomedical science. Dr. Martin Luther King came here to receive his honorary doctorate, You can come too. Stand next to a statue and pose for a photo. We also have the world's greatest football team here. Or maybe I'm exaggerating slightly. Near this spot, one of the biggest ever executions for witchcraft took place. The 13th century priory at Blackfriars has the country's oldest dining hall. If cathedrals and priories aren't enough for you, we also have the world's biggest angel. It's also the most viewed public sculpture in the whole of Europe. After all of that, you might want to put your feet up and try one of our local delicacies, a sausage roll. Or maybe you prefer to have one of our famous Newcastle brown ales. We also do a historic pub tour. Our tour makes for a great way to see the city, whether you're arriving just for the day on a cruise ship or you're here for a city break. But trust me on the best football team.